Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to FTR Season 2 here for Round 19, the Japanese Grand Prix. And as the season has ended pretty much, Constructors and Drivers' Championships has been won. Second place is still up for grabs, but given my recent consistency and just, performance, as we have a massive snap of oversteer there as we're in Q1 of the Japanese qualifying session. We are sort of preparing for Season 3 at this point, running in some new drivers. As you can see there, I think that was Wed Gorilla and Evo Freezy have had a coming together. Once again, Wed Gorilla causing havoc in qualifying, which is not surprising. We sort of admired the tyre rolling down the track. It was quite amusing, actually. Yeah, so what we're doing at this point is we're preparing for Season 3. A couple of Tier 2 drivers are actually racing here today, as they're going to be moving up into Tier 3 come Tier 1 come Season 3. So, yeah, we're sort of trialling them out, really. So we're just looking to see if there's any, that incident was quite funny. I just went down to turn 1, I saw those cars beached off like Senna and Prost. I was like, oh, there's something new. Yeah, so we're doing a full qualifying session here, which definitely is my preferred qualifying session because it allows you to, qualify on the better race tyre without sacrificing grid position. Which we do. We're going to be starting on the softs. As you can see, we get through in P5. So despite Japan being a pretty weak track for me, we're actually looking quite strong. Websy didn't even make it through to Q3, so potential for a good result this weekend. Top 5 I'm aiming for. I'm sort of aiming for top 5 in everything, really, in every race. In the drivers too, before the season started, I wanted to get at least top 5, as I feel like that's a good strong position to be. But this episode is going to be a little bit different, as pretty much partway to the race it's actually going to switch to a live com because of some incidents that happen. And one thing I would suggest to people who are doing league racing is, here I'm making an absolute, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was on an absolutely fantastic lap. As Alex had disconnected actually from the session, but this randomly gave him a fresh set of tyres to use. I had I had decided that I had enough time to go in and put on a fresh set of softs, even though I was sat in a decent position at 28.2. I'll have to look at where that is. But I was sat in a good place with that lap. Unfortunately, I decided to come in instead of set a lap time I was a second up on, because my IQ is so far above people's, it's actually incredible. I was a second up, so as you can probably hear me say whereabouts I would have got, but I'd have definitely been, I think, top 6 if I remember correctly. Anyway, we're starting P9 because I am so intelligent. Yes, going back to my previous point, one of the tips I'd give people who are new to league racing, or even indeed people who are currently doing league racing, is the best thing to have is a fantastic relationship with your teammate. And this may seem a bit counterintuitive, as your teammate is naturally going to be your first rival, but even though me and Alex have become a lot closer on pace lately, as I'm gonna talk over the start of the race because it's a typical Japan start. I'll hopefully not get taken out by anybody. The thing I stress most is definitely a good relationship with your teammate, because that can go a long way as Cut 5 decides he doesn't want part of his front wing anymore going into turn 1. So me and Alex, obviously he's the champion, and we did a thing where we predicted like where we would be if we'd raced all of the races to our fullest potential. And I believe the Drivers' Championship is actually very close at the end of that, as people are going every single which way, and this is honestly one of the most stressful starts I've ever had, which is rather amusing, as we now have a virtual safety car, as AVFC has retired at the Dunlop curve. But yes, having a good relationship with your teammate is crucial, because they can give you so much help. Me and Alex, you'll hear the communication. We talk about what you know, we'll help each other with slipstream. We'll talk about what we think each other's running is. You see what it's like for F1 esports drivers when they communicate with each other. It gives you so much of an advantage over other people, and it can definitely increase your pace. If you ask a teammate to stay out an extra lap to hold the driver up, it can make a difference between like getting points and getting like a top 5 sometimes. But yeah, this video is probably going to hopefully emphasize that point, as the newly crowned champion is it is going to do something interesting. As LMB decides he wants to go grass tracking instead of playing F1. So fair enough, it is Japan. It's not particularly my favourite track. Although saying that, it's I am relatively strong around here with no line, which is odd, given I naturally run like half of a racing line anyway, so it's an odd situation. But anyway, we've made our way up into P6 as I've been rambling on massively, and here you can see Alex is retired. He's not really too fussed because obviously the championship's won. For him, he just it's obviously a bit annoying having a retirement. But at this point, I'm going to hand you over to livecom myself and Alex, and enjoy hearing us communicate, hearing him be my race engineer, and just sort of watching over me and give me all the information that I need. Obviously we do this when we're both racing, but in this circumstance Alex is going to be even more useful, as he's able to view everyone's ERS and view their lap times, etc, etc. So I'll catch you all for the end of the video.
What could I eat? I think I've got hash browns. I was going to use this as my distraction from being hungry.
Eat a solitary hash brown. Well, you could always be my engineer.
Yeah, no, I'm
8 seconds.
Oh, this is so annoying, man. This could have been an easy win. What could have been, I guess.
Alright. Well, depends how much days he gets caught behind the slide. Could beat him if I don't get any penalties.
So he's going to be behind Magusi, behind Bondrew. That he's going to get stuck behind Bondrew for a while.
Good. Jelli's pitting, that's fine.
Oh, why'd you come out of your thing? Oh, you know where you were quite far up. Yeah, he's ahead of you. Let's see where Chris. Oh, Chris is going. That's the VS that's done that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry, his pace on the hards isn't great. And then where to go alone, LMB gonna pit soon. I should open up the gap. Evo, where's Evo? Oh, he's that far down. What happened to Evo? He's not currently using any to defend, now he is. You should be able to get him still. I would have said go for the outside, because it's a lot easier to do that way, but get more over to you.
Yeah.
Wade will be in this lap, but I imagine you'll probably catch him before he pits. Trying to see if there's any. Oh, crush almost went off there. Here comes Wade. Oh, that's so slow. I would use ERS on the exit to happen. He's got 30%, so he's not gonna have much to counter with.
Okay.
You can have a shit exit as well, so something to think about. He used a bit.
Oh, the internet connection from him there.
Yeah. I wouldn't go for it, just don't worry about it. If anything, I would... Don't use the RC, because he's just gonna, use the rest of his in self-defense and just wait for the stream.
Yeah.
Call your engine if you need to, because I imagine it'll be quite hot right now.
That's what you want doing.
Yeah. Surprised he's staying out, to be honest. If you don't get past now, it's gonna be hard. Stick to the left if you can. Unless Chris has made a mistake because he's lost like half a second there. Got you almost to you that. Oh, that's close. Oh, he is. Very lucky. Bondrew's in. Bondrew's onto Sauce as well, no surprise. Yeah, so we just saw Chris's pace as well. Chris's pace is high 130s. So what happens? Yeah, go for it.
I've got to catch him
Where
with
is it saying you're going to come out?
7th.
Well, they've both got penalties, haven't they?
Yeah, so I'll have to catch 7 seconds to Chris in 2 laps.
Well, -3, 4 seconds. Or have you already minus the 3?
Fuck it. Yeah, that's what I did. Spice up the championship a bit.
Chris and Andre both. Yeah.
Low on ERS, okay.
Yeah. If you come up behind Goosey and LMB here, it's going to be a lot harder.
I won't. I might do actually.
Oh, wait, where's your car? Oh no!
That's throwing a slight spanner in the works. Oh, fuck off LMB, you're not even in this tier. It's probably a bad idea, but whatever.
I suppose it helps the last level after done. This is. Oh, play down, thank god. Let me just shoot.
Magoosey's RPMS.
Chris, no penalty now. Can you catch? He's 10%, less than 10% single digits now.
Yeah. It's a bad idea, I shouldn't have done it. Oh well.
Well. Yes. Still getting.
Meh.
Yep.
I'm so fucking annoyed that those cunts didn't move out of the way with penalties, but whatever.
Well, minus the disappointment of less points, at least it was something to do for the last couple of laps.
Yeah. I mean, what, I got 10 points and I got...
Yeah, you already got...
Yeah, no, I'd have lost points. I mean, I was still only 4 seconds going, Chris, but... I think if those guys had let him go anywhere, I would have got him. I mean, I'm not really bothered, I'm still gaining Glazer's 7 points over Websy, but that was a stupid decision. Yeah. Right, this track's over and done with.
Not as stupid as mine to run over that curb, but well.
Well.
I shall see you when I next see you.
I'll see you in a bit, mate.
Yes.
Bye.
So hopefully you enjoyed that different episode. As you probably heard, I made a pretty dumb move, in my opinion, that we decided to come into the pits and sacrifice P5 to get fastest lap. But yeah, anyway, I still don't understand why I did that, but we still finished ahead of Websies. He didn't score any points that race. Now the gap is only 2 points. So yeah, it's interesting. The next race, I believe, is Austria. I think it's Austria, Canada, France that's left. So hopefully we can get Websy relatively soon, and then we can just chill out for one of those races. Austria, obviously a very strong track for myself. I do love that a lot. Canada, not so much, but then again I haven't really done any practice with the newer cars, or the newer setups that have been applied to the cars. And France is another strong track for myself. With the constructors, you may notice that things have been jumped around massively in terms of the points. That's because people were coming and going, and since the constructors was already wrapped up last episode, it's it just makes sense not to mess around with them anymore, because people were swapping teams, new tier 2 drivers were coming in and testing, so everything's runs. There's no real big deal about the constructors. It's the drivers that we're focusing on, and which will hopefully win in the next couple of episodes. So if you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you all for some more FTR content very soon.